the weekend, like the League of Legends, and I know Day 9 was doing the Red Bull Battlegrounds, and probably after I get off here, I'll probably watch some of the VODs from that. Because I didn't want to watch the whole tournament, because it was a 16 invitation, or it was a 16-player invitational. If you follow StarCraft, I don't know if there's anybody watching who enjoys StarCraft or not, but it was a 16-player invitational that took place this weekend, and there are just some players in it that I didn't care for, or not that I didn't care for, it's just that I wasn't interested in watching because I'm not fans of theirs. So I'm just gonna maybe watch the finals and maybe some other really cool games, and then that's probably about all.
The Force is a weapon.
Here we go, Juyo
I will
form.
show you how to wield it.
Enters an aggressive lightsaber form, causing your melee attacks to increase all damage dealt by 2% for 15 seconds. Stacks up to 5 times. Causing your melee attacks to increase all damage dealt by 2% for 15 seconds. Okay, so what? Stacks 5 times, 2%, 10% total? It's not bad. Here we go, get new powers. There we go.
Show no mercy.
Hold on. I'm gonna do this Darth Ferris cutscene, and we'll talk about the state of the game here in a second.
I cannot break him.
Nice lungs you got there.
Mind your tongue, or I will cut it out.
Okay, I'm officially scared.
This is impossible. An unknown power must be shielding this man, which only confirms my suspicions. This Republic agent is the key to unlocking the threat we face. I must harness my rage and frustration. They will lead me to an answer.
Wake me when you figure it out.
Your insolence will one day be your undoing. I would punish you if I wasn't so pleased with your progress. And the word has spread that Lord Grattan is incensed at the slaying of his secret son. I take it that was your handiwork?
I didn't even break a sweat.
My confidence in you is growing. I haven't heard from Drykel Ball, my agent in Grattan's camp. He's missed a scheduled communication. Let me guess. He gave you trouble, did he?
I bled him dry and danced on his corpse.
No matter. He fulfilled his primary purpose. Every Sith must attempt to orchestrate his own promotion. Now, back to my prisoner. There's one last possibility to break him. I thought it impossible, but perhaps there's a small chance you could pull it off. Over a millennium past, the Emperor claimed Drummond Cass and made the Dark Temple the epicenter of Dark Force energy. In the bowels of the temple, he conducted horrifying experiments that drained the knowledge and life essence from all the greatest Sith Lords of the time.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
I'm sure that he would be relieved to hear that you approve. The Emperor created a device called the Ravager that ate his victims' minds and delivered to him their greatest secrets. No one could withstand the Ravager's intrusion. Even the strongest Sith Lords of the Empire confessed whatever the Emperor craved.
Let me guess, you want me to get the Ravager?
It may be my only chance to break this Republic worm. The Emperor keeps the Ravager hidden in the Dark Temple, which has, in his absence, become a death trap. There's a good chance the horrors that await you will be too severe, but it's worth your life to me. The legends describe a secret chamber in the depths of the Dark Temple, where the Ravager was encased. You'll know the device by its inscription. Be swift, apprentice.
Great. He wants to send me to my death. What an awesome guy. Oh well. You know you don't die. Select one reward. Whoops, don't sit down. Let's see if that mod's better than the ones I got. +6 + 6. 6 + 4. +4 + 4. Yeah, I'll take that. Put it in this one. What? Hold on, there we go. Yeah, I just want to change the mods. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Yes, this is the Fat Man server. I think some of the problems, there's a few problems that kind of went down with the game, and number one is that this game had so much hype, and I think expectations were just so high for the game that when anything went wrong, I mean, it had big expectations because you had a lot of Knights of the Old Republic fans, you had a lot of expectations because you had a lot of MMO fans, you had a lot of BioWare fans, you had a lot of people who were really interested to see where this game was going to go, and expectations were high. Because let's face it, BioWare has gotten really famous for putting out a lot of great games. And again, the Star Wars IP is a very popular one, and that's going to draw attention on its own. But I think some of the problem was that just the hype was too high, and just some of the bugs and stuff that were out on the game's release just kind of didn't help the game live up to the standard that people were expecting.
Destination.
I'm gonna do this other side quest here in the city. But I think you've got that, and then there's just too many servers. There's just too many servers, and that's why you see a lot of people like myself converting over to playing on the Fat Man server, because when you're on your own server and you get on, you don't see 182 people on Droman Koss. It's flat out, and that's how it should be on every server. And I think if I think BioWare could do a lot of good by consolidating down all of those servers that they have to make all the low pop servers, more heavy servers, so that people can find groups and play PvP and all that stuff. And I know me personally, being a person who really enjoys player versus player.
House City makes me feel tiny. I don't suppose you share that sentiment.
Haha, that always saying crazy things. Being a huge fan of player versus player, like, I could sit there and grind PvP for hours and just have a lot of fun. And as soon as I get this guy to legacy, as soon as I get this guy a legacy name, which I still haven't decided what I want my legacy name to be, but when I get my guy to the legacy point and whatnot, what I want to do is, what am I even doing here? Collect transmitter from malfunctioning droids. Hopefully that just means kill them. But as soon as I get my legacy name, then I'll start an alt, probably an Imperial Agent, and all I'm gonna do with that class is I'm gonna do story quests and I'm gonna do PvP, and that's all I'm gonna do. And I'll be live streaming that too for people who are a lot more into PvP. People who are sorry, if I can get my words together here. People who are much more into PvP. I'm gonna be streaming 10 through 50 PvP on that character, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. A sexy Imperial Agent. I don't know. I've been debating about whether or not I want to play a female Imperial agent. I think that might actually be a lot of fun. The problem is, and I hate to say it, but just some of the female character designs in the character creation screen I don't care for. I don't care for a lot of the hairstyles. They just aren't very appealing to me. Maybe I'll get over it. Oh, I should probably put my guy in Juyo form, huh? There we go. Dealing more damage. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I definitely agree with you. Gosh, I don't want to pronounce your name wrong in the chat, but I definitely agree with you that people are gonna want to just transfer over to the Fat Man, and BioWare's really gonna have to regulate who gets to go where, because if they don't, then again, people are all gonna just conform to one server, and then, or people are all gonna start coming to the Fat Man, hop on the train like I did, and they're gonna try to get in here too, because this is where it's at. This is where it's happening. And but like I said, if they had, I don't know how many servers there are in the US right now for the game. I don't. I'm sure I could Google it. But what's my radius for this quest? Oh, it's not very big. Oh, I gotta kill these malfunctioning hauler droids, don't I? But Big Daddy Love coming in with the style. There we go. Everyone saw Big Daddy Love come flying in from nowhere. Oops, I'm in fighting. Who am I fighting? Oh. Yeah, what BioWare really needs to do is they need to continue to make improvements to the game. They need to shut down a lot of servers to get people on the same servers, and and just bring life back into the game. That's what they need to do, and I think that would help a lot. And then people who are because here's the problem: there's a lot of people that got fed up with what the state of the game was, and they said, all right, well, I'm not having fun. I'm gonna cancel my sub for right now, and I'm gonna wait for people to start saying the game's gotten better before I come back. And the problem is people still aren't saying that the game's gotten better. So what we really need is we need these things to happen so that the people who are playing the game are saying, yeah, guys, you gotta come back. The game is so much better than it was 3 months ago, and they fixed all these issues. I'm gonna do this cutscene real quick.
Back already? And you have the transmitters?
Don't act too surprised. I'll think you had no faith in me.
You're right. I owe you thanks. If you'll give me a moment, I'll upload the data to High Command and we'll see what's what. This is worse than I ever would have imagined. Lord Grathan's behind this. He has to be.
I need more specifics, not gibberish.
He's covered his tracks well. We won't be able to prove it, but Lord Grafton has been sending security codes and planetary readouts off-world. Everything an invading army would need.